Hello and welcome to Lunch Break Chair Yoga with Derek. I'm Derek. I call this lunch break yoga, but honestly, you can do it at any time of the day. It's just designed for office workers who don't always get a long lunch break, so I keep it to 30 minutes. And it's a really good release for chest, shoulders, back, and hips, because all of that tends to get really tight whenever we're sitting at a desk all day, or really just anything we do these days. We're pretty much always hunched over, which causes a lot of that tension throughout the body. So go ahead and get settled into your seat. Whenever you're doing chair yoga, you want to make sure that your feet are firmly planted on the ground or whatever surface is underneath you. And if you're in a chair where the ground is not accessible to be firmly planted underneath you, you want to make sure that you raise the ground up to you. So maybe you put, some kind of solid surface underneath you, a bolster, maybe some books to raise the ground up. But whatever you need to do, go ahead and make sure that your feet are planted. Outside of that, whenever we're in a chair, we tend to want to use the back of the chair as a little bit of, extra support. It's easy to lean back, but try your best not to lean back too much if you can, because we want to make sure we work on our posture. Because by, focusing on having a good posture, standing up straight, sitting up straight, that's going to relieve a lot of tension as well. So whenever you can consciously bring yourself back to this posture throughout the day, it may take a little more effort, but in the long run, it should, make your whole body feel better, really. So we'll go ahead and focus on our breath, and I'll teach you a pranayama technique called Nodi Shadana Pranayama, which is alternate nostril breathing. Pranayama is the third limb of yoga. This is Stella. So yoga has 8 limbs, and the physical practice of yoga is actually just one of those. So breath is its whole own limb of yoga. And this is a really cool breath technique, which is what pranayama stands for, breath technique, where you can really refocus and re-energize the way that your breath is moving through your body. So if you would like to join me in this technique, I encourage you to fold down these 2 fingers, take your thumb to one nostril, and your ring finger to the other nostril, and your pinky finger can just kind of rest on your face. And you'll cover your right nostril with your thumb, and just take a deep inhale through your left nostril. Cover your left nostril with your ring finger, and take an exhale through your right nostril. Deep inhale through that open nostril, the right one. Cover the right one with your thumb, and exhale through your left nostril. Deep inhale through your left nostril. Cover it up with your ring finger, and exhale through your right nostril. And you'll just keep playing with that alternate nostril breathing at your own pace. So I'll quiet down for a second so that you can really focus and tune in with your breath. Finish whatever round of breath you're on. Make sure you complete your inhale and exhale. And once you've done that, just slowly come back and return to a normal breath cycle. And just reflect on how that made you feel. Maybe you didn't like it. That's okay. The thing to keep in mind with pranayama, breath techniques, is whenever we're feeling stressed throughout the day, we can always revisit those if we have a few minutes to ourselves to kind of focus the mind and the body. We encounter a lot of stressors throughout the day, and you don't have to do a complete yoga practice to fix all of them. I mean, that's great whenever you can, but there's a lot of micro adjustments that you can do throughout the day, and utilizing your breath in a meaningful way is a great way to accomplish that. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and exhale them down to your side. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale them down. And let's just keep going with this gentle movement, inhaling up and exhaling down, and paying attention to how our breath is directing the movement, not the other way around. On your next exhale, sweeping your arms down, gently turn toward the right. So you'll grab, the bottom of your chair and maybe wrap your arm around the back of your chair and just take a gentle twist to the right. Keeping your knees facing forward, feet firmly planted on the ground, and just twisting and looking to the right. Nothing too dramatic. On your inhale, you can find a little bit of length. And maybe exhale, find a little bit more twist. Inhale, find length. And exhale, twist. And just breathe into this gentle twist. Releasing some tension. Slowly inhale your way back to center, sweeping your arms up overhead. And exhale to the left. Same thing on this side, nothing too crazy. Making sure your feet are still firmly planted on the ground. Playing with that inhale and exhale, inhaling to find length and exhaling to maybe find some more twist. At Yoga for All Humans, we believe that no pain, no gain is bullshit. So if you're ever feeling any pain, back off. It's not worth it. That means that you've met or really surpassed your edge. And you don't want to go past your edge. Slowly inhale your way back to center, sweeping your arms up overhead, and exhale them down to your side. And maybe just shake that out. Wring it out a little bit. Inhale your shoulders up dramatically to your ears. And on your exhale, you're going to roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale them up. Exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale them up. Exhale, roll back and down. Inhale up. Exhale, roll them forward. Inhale up. Exhale, roll forward. Notice how that feels a little different than rolling backward. Inhale up. And exhale, roll forward. Good job. Shake it out. Whatever feels good. On your next exhale, exhale your head down to your right shoulder. And it's okay if your head doesn't meet that right shoulder. Make sure you're not trying to bring that shoulder up to meet it. Your shoulders should be relaxed. Your head just wants to hang here. It may feel good to take your right arm out to the side. Maybe your left arm out to the side. Maybe bring your right arm back in. Just kind of play with it and see what gives you a little bit more length through that neck. Breathing into that neck, noticing if there's any spots of tension that you can release. And gently inhale your way back to center. Exhale your head down to the left side, checking in that you're not raising your shoulder. It's a very natural thing to do. And then same thing on the side, just play with your arms. Maybe your right arm extended feels good, left arm extended feels good, or don't extend your arms at all. Whatever works for you. Slowly inhale your way back to center. And exhale, let your head just drop heavy to your chest. That's Stella if you hear grunting. Just let your head hang heavy, feeling a really good release through the back of your neck. Breathing into it. Slowly inhale your way back to center. And exhale, drop your head back. Doesn't matter how far back your head falls, make sure you're not increasing any tension unnecessarily to try to achieve a perfect pose. It's okay if your eyes are not straight up at the ceiling. Breathing into the front of the neck, feeling that release. Slowly inhale your way back to center. And just draw some circles through the air with your nose, starting to the right. noticing if your neck feels a little more at ease now. It's another really great thing to do if you have a few minutes throughout the day. Switch direction to the left. That's the great thing about a lot of these poses is you can do them from your chair, from your desk chair. It's the whole point. Great. Slowly find your way back to center and just kind of shake it out. Roll whatever feels good. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and just slowly bend over to the left. Checking in that your right hip is not raising. You want your hips to be level and still firmly planted in your seat. You can lift your gaze up or just keep it straight forward, whatever feels good for your neck at this moment. And just inhale, find some length. And exhale, maybe find a little bit more of a bend. Just feeling that stretch through the right side of the body, opening up the chest. Inhale your way back up to center. Switch wrists. And exhale your way over to the right side. Feeling that stretch through the left. Same thing on the side. Check in with your hip to make sure it's not lifting, the left hip that is. And your gaze can be wherever you want it to be. Breathing into that stretch. Maybe finding some length on the inhale and some bending on the exhale. Great job. Inhale your way back to center. And exhale your hands down to your side. And kind of shake that out. Let's give our phalanges a little bit of love, especially if you're typing all day, or even if you're just using devices all day. Your hands get really tense. We don't always stretch them out as much as we can or should. So take your right hand, face it towards the screen, like we're giving each other a high five. Take your left hand and find your pinky finger. Take a deep inhale, and exhale, just pull your pinky finger back. With some pressure, take a deep inhale, and exhale, release. Move over to the ring finger. Inhale. Exhale, pull that ring finger back. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, release. Inhale, grab the middle finger. Exhale, pull that middle finger back. Should feel really good stretch through the front of the finger on the palm of your hand. Hold it for the inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, grab your pointer finger. Exhale, pull the pointer finger back. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, release. Inhale, grab your thumb. And this one's kind of weird. Exhale, pull your thumb back however much you can. It's okay if it doesn't move much. Hold it for the inhale. And exhale, release. And then just kind of put your hand on top of it. And just exhale, pull your hand back as much as you can. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but this is really good for the wrist. And we'll just stay here for a couple of breaths, just breathing into it. It's okay if your elbow's bent. Whatever feels good for you. Just feeling that release in the fingers, the palm, and the wrist. When you're ready, you can release all of that and kind of shake out the hand. Kind of do a baby wave. I think that's, they call this a baby wave. You know, a baby kind of does. Just shake it out. And we'll move to the other side. High five. Right hand grabs the left pinky. Take a deep inhale. Exhale your pinky back. And hold it for the inhale. Exhale, release. Move over to the ring finger. Inhale. Exhale, pull it back. Hold for the inhale. Release on the exhale. Move over to the middle finger. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, pull that middle finger back. Hold for the inhale and release on the exhale. Move over to the pointer finger. Deep inhale and pull that pointer finger back. Hold for the inhale and release on the exhale. Move over to the thumb. This is the weird one. Inhale. And pull that thumb back on the exhale. However far it goes. Hold for the inhale. And release on the exhale. And then we'll take our whole hand. Deep inhale. And just bend it back at the wrist. Bending your elbow as much as you need. Just staying here for a few breaths, just breathing into this stretch. Feeling the full release through the fingers and the palm and the wrist. Maybe even a little bit in the forearms too. Breathe into it. Great work. Shake it out. You can shake out both of them. Finally, before we chill out and close our practice, we want to give our hips a little bit of love. So I'm just grabbing a block here. If you have a block, this could come in handy. If you don't have a block, books are good too, or you don't need it at all, whatever you want to do. So we'll move into a figure four pose. So we want to make sure that we're still, firmly planted in our seat. We want to help our right leg up across our left knee. So you're making a four with your legs, right? And this could be the full expression of your pose, and that's perfectly fine. If you want to try some variations to see how it feels to get a little bit more of a stretch, you can flex your foot. You can use your hand to press your knee down. You can even use your bottom foot to elevate. But remember, no pain, no gain is bullshit. So if you're feeling any pain, back off, please. This is where the block can come in handy. Stay in your pose. You can always put the block under the bottom foot if you would like to find some extra elevation without having to arch that bottom foot. This can feel really good if you have the space in your hips to do it. Or it could just be something you try to work up to. Wherever you are today is a-okay. Just breathe into it. We'll stay here for just a little while longer. Feeling a really good release in that hip. We hold a lot of tension and a lot of stress in our hips, and our hips do so much for us. So we're just returning the love. Slowly release whatever adjustments you made to the position. Maybe you were flexing your foot, maybe you were pushing your knee down, maybe you had a block underneath that you need to kick to the side, and slowly help your top leg down to the ground. You kind of stinky leg it out, roll it around, loosen that back up. And let's switch to the other side. So you want to make sure that your right foot is firmly planted into the ground and help your left leg up. And same thing on this side. Maybe you find that this side has more flexibility, maybe it has less. Everyone is usually a little one way or the other. Nobody's body is perfectly symmetrical, and that's fine. It's just part of being human, right? Flex your foot. If you want to try that on this side, use your hand to press your knee down if that feels good. Or you can always, lift your toes up or use that block as a support to find some extra lift. And just breathe into it on this side. Feeling that release through the left hip flexor. Should feel yummy. Backing off, respecting your body as needed. Slowly release any of those adjustments you made. And help your foot back down to the ground. And stinky leg it out on that side too. Maybe lift your legs up. Take any last movements you need to find to release before we settle into a seated Shavasana. So now I give you permission, if you didn't already give yourself permission, to lean back in your chair, get comfy. Don't worry about your posture anymore. You can take off your glasses if you have glasses on. Just make sure you feel really comfortable. Put on a sweater, whatever you need in this moment. Your hands can be down at your side, on your legs, palms facing up. Palms facing up is usually what I prefer because it gives you a little bit of extra opening in the chest. But whatever feels good for you right now. And just take a couple moments that you deserve for rest. Thanking your body for the gentle movements you just took. To respect your body and appreciate it. Soak in all the love you created. All the space. Slowly come back to the present moment. find some gentle movements in your fingers and toes, maybe some slight movement in your neck. If your eyes were closed, you can gently blink those open. Keep a soft gaze. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, for making time for yourself. Sometimes, we feel guilty about making time for ourselves. And I think a lot of that has to do with societal pressure of always needing to produce. But if you don't take time for yourself, you're not going to be as effective and efficient. And also recognizing that sometimes taking time for yourself doesn't have to have an end product. It's perfectly fine to treat yourself, take some rest, and not have to do anything afterwards, not owing anyone anything. I hope you enjoyed that practice. Let me know. And follow us at Yoga for All Humans. We're on all the socials, and yogaforallhumans.com is our website. We offer over 30 live stream classes every week from a wide variety of amazing teachers. And all of those classes are recorded and uploaded into a video library, and access to both live stream classes and the class recordings are all part of your one affordable membership. So be sure to check it out and let us know what you think. Thank you so much. I honor you and appreciate you. And I wish you all the best.